Hey guys, it's Lady Reina Sorrow here, and welcome to day 30 of our 30-day video game challenge. The ultimate question and the ultimate end to our 30-day experience. Or more like 30 days plus a little extra because I wasn't able to upload every day. But besides all that, I hope you guys enjoyed this challenge, and I enjoyed this challenge very much. And talking words. Sorry, I got a new retainer in my mouth, and it covers both my top teeth and my bottom teeth now. So now I might, because talking is a bit difficult, and I've always had trouble with talking anyway, so let's just make it just even more difficult for me, so that's just saying that it's like if I sound funny, you know why. Anyways, getting back to the challenge, and everything, so this is the final day, the final, challenge for the day, and before I go into what the challenge is, I wanted to give a shout out to you guys. And thank you guys so much for participating in this challenge. I hope you guys had a lot of fun with it. And I had a lot of fun reading everybody's descriptions. And I hope you guys were able to interact with each other and all this stuff. And I loved everybody's responses to this challenge. And like I said, I hope you guys had fun with it as much as I did. So, and thank you guys so much for being a part of this as well. You guys are awesome. So after that little tidbit, that little introduction, I guess we shall go into our final challenge, which is by far, I think, the most difficult, if not, actually, no, I think it is the difficult challenge of them all. Well, hence why they saved it to the end, but, which is your favorite game of all time. And what sucks, though, is that this challenge basically specifies one game, to which I'm like, all the other challenges has specifics where it's like you could narrow it down just a little bit. It's like, okay, like there's this challenge says like maybe this sort of genre, so maybe like if it goes for this kind of genre, then I can narrow it down. So needless to say, this has been terrible. I have spent hours upon hours racking my brain in trying to narrow down all the games that I played, all the great games that I've played throughout my entire gaming experience of my life. There's so many games that I love to death, and it's so hard to narrow down to just one. I would say what kind of helped me narrow things down a little bit, even now, I still 100% don't know. By the end of this video, I'll figure it out, but I still don't know exactly what game I'm going to do, like what game to pick from, because I have detailed out and explained all of the types of games that I love. Mass Effect series, Resident Evil series, Fatal Frame series, a lot of series. Skyrim, Fallout, Dragon Age right now, the Dragon Age series I'm working on right now, Witcher, the Witcher series, the Persona series, the Corpse Party series, all the series that I've played, BioShock, The Last of Us, like I said, all the Resident Evils, including the classic ones, Final Fantasy. There's just so many games out there that it's nearly impossible for me to narrow it down. So sorry if I'm spending the first 5 minutes just being like, but I pitch you anything. You guys are probably doing the same, aren't you? I don't blame you one bit, because this was very difficult. So I decided that I wasn't gonna go with exactly a game of all time. I wanted to go with a game that I'm currently playing and I'm currently loving, and I can see myself down the road continuing to love this game no matter what, and to love love the game series along with it. So like I said, I am picking one, and I tried to find a game that I didn't mention in my 30-day challenge. I decided to try and narrow it down. But to tell you the truth, all the video games that I mentioned mentioned throughout my 30-day video game challenge, I'm just like, I don't know. I just don't know. So, alrighty. So even now, I'm just like, shit. Because... So what I did is I decided, to help me kind of narrow down where I got it from, I picked games that I've replayed, that several times I'm like, you know what, I love this game a lot, I'm gonna replay it at least one other time. It doesn't have to be like the 5 times, such as the challenge, but it's like I had to have played the game once. It's like played through the game once, and then after I played through the game once, either the game has been replayed, or I can see myself never tiring of this game. So, again, so stupidly difficult. But but you know what? I'm gonna go. I'm trying my best to like form words and trying to figure out. Like I'm telling you, like even right now as I'm recording this, like to tell you the truth, I was gonna hold back on recording this until I actually knew an answer. And to tell you the truth, I think I wouldn't have made the deadline for me to upload this. So you know what? I am spending the time talking my way into figuring out what the hell I'm going to do. So also another thing that I been helping myself narrow it down is if it's a series, I pick the one game out of the series that I enjoy the most. And throw that into the pile of what the fuck one do I pick? Oh god, cuz there's just so many. There's so many great games out there that it's like, why should I limit myself to just one when there's 20 billion of them that is super fantabulous? Like seriously, I don't understand, but for the sake of this challenge, okay. For the sake of this challenge, I decided I'm gonna go... damn it! I'm just like, shit! I cannot narrow things down. I love games too much. Like, I just can't pick one because there's just so many and I love them all and I should just spew out just a random one. But I don't know. It's just so difficult. So difficult. I would say that I think I came up with a game that could definitely pick the spot for best game ever. What is it? Just what was the challenge again? Favorite game of all time. I would say to put into the category of favorite game of all time. This game I've replayed over 5 times. I love the classic style. And I see myself a lot just constantly going back to the original game, but also constantly going back to the original series. I have different versions of the same game, and I just love it to death. And it's like it's one of my loves, especially one of my older loves that got me into the series as a whole, the rest of the series. So, my favorite game of all time that I am picking for the sake of this challenge, for the fact that out of the 11 billion that I've ever played, and I'm going with more personal with the fact is nostalgically, I love this game so much. I'm so sorry for people who are just sitting in their seats like, God damn it, tell us what it is. Tell us what it is. Like, make up your goddamn mind and tell us what it is. And I'm telling you, I'm trying. I'm trying. But, I would say that one of my favorite games of all times, where I have several different versions of the same game, in my collection, would have to be Resident Evil, the first one. I would say that is one of my favorite games of all times, only because I love the classicness of it, the nostalgic part of it. I love the whole atmosphere, that was created. The fact that these stupid looking polygon characters created such not just polygon characters, but also atmosphere wise was amazing. And as I said, I love the isolatedness of it, how you're trapped in this one small space with these monsters that you don't know is around, that you don't even know that is around the corner. And as I mentioned before, I have replayed this game several times. This is one of the games that I was debating on for my has replayed 5 times. I'm going with this. My second up of favorite games of all time would probably be Persona 3, just because that is another favorite of mine. But then favorite after that would probably be Dragon Age Origins. Then favorite after that would probably be The Witcher. And then favorite after that would probably be Dead Space 3. And then my favorite after that, I have a long, humongo list of favorite games that I'm just like I will never let go of them, ever. But I have to say, I think what started kind of like my love of games, my loves of games was definitely the classic Resident Evil. Being stuck in the Spencer Mansion with terrible voice acting, it is laugh out loud horrible voice acting. But to tell you the truth, I accept it in the fact is that was the time period. Voice acting wasn't a thing. Voice acting wasn't really a profession as it is now. And I tell you the truth, I find it as part of the charm of the whole game. And well, that's kind of why I'm putting this as one of my favorites, because again, it's as I mentioned before, this is also another game that I have many versions of. And what I mean by versions, I mean I have it on multiple platforms. So I have it on the PC, I have it on the PS3, I have the original PS1 copy. I even have the Resident Evil books. Did you guys know most people don't know this, but there's actually a book series for Resident Evil. Like, not the first game, just the Resident Evil genre in general. And they're actually really good books, and I really enjoy it. And I think and of course, as I said, this was the first game that grew my love for the Resident Evil series. So I got 2, 3, 4, 5, and even 6. It doesn't matter. I love them all. It's like, I love them all. And I will continue to love them all. And if it wasn't for the very first Resident Evil game, I probably wouldn't even know about the series at all. So that is why it is my favorite, and this is probably the longest video I have ever made, and I'm sorry that I spent the first 10 minutes just babbling. So, if I remember as well, which I may or may not, my memory sucks, if you guys couldn't figure it out. But I'm gonna try and timestamp it where it's skip to here if you actually want to hear what my decision is for favorite game of all times. So that is what I'm going with. I am going with the classic Resident Evil. It helped me grow my love for the rest of the series. It also helped me grow my love for the first 2 movies, because in my eyes that's all there was. Third one was okay. Fourth one never happened. Nope. They did not happen at all. And I refuse to believe that any of the other movies happened at all. Anyways, that is another discussion for another time. So, ultimate question of all times to turn to you guys. What is one of your favorite games of all times? And why? And basically why? Basically what we have been doing for the past 30 days. And I say that this is a great question to wrap up the challenge and all that fun discussions and everything. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this challenge. I have enjoyed this challenge very much. And now that I have my computer back and set up and everything, I have now started back up doing some playthroughs. So I will be doing that. So in the meantime, I will be doing that. And in the meantime, I hope you guys have an awesome sauce of a day. Thank you all so much for participating in this. You guys are amazing. And I hope to see you guys in the next project, the next installment of our crazy adventures that we have on this channel. So, I am Lady Reynosaro. Thank you for watching. Thank you for participating in the 30-day challenge. And I'll see you guys in the next installment.